In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create this. To create this type of map animations for free without any plugins in After Effects, you're going to need a tool which is called Google Earth Studio. So after I've come to that website, just click Try Earth Studio, and if it's your first time, you do have to sign up for earth.google.com/studio. I have already created an account, so I will be redirected to this page. So after you create an account, come to this page and click blank project. Now name your project whatever you want it to be named. Let me just name it like recreation map recreation 2. Let me now go from duration, time code, and select 15 seconds and click start. So what you can do in Google Earth is basically like create animations inside the Google Earth. Like let's say you make a keyframe here, go 5 seconds forward, and then make a keyframe here as well. So you can see a quick little animation is made, right? So using this tool, we're going to make a whole animation, and then we're going to export it, take it into After Effects, edit it with all the outlines and all the effects and everything, and then export the whole video. So this edit is based on the Israel and Palestine location. So let me just go to Israel, just search here. So from here, go view, then map styles and clean, and then view map style and exploration again. So this will make all the labels appear. Alright, let's start off with the edit. So the thing that we're going to be doing now is at first we're going to zoom out like this, and then zoom in to the Gaza Strip like that. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's reset everything. Let's go to the Israel location. So around here, Jerusalem. Zoom in. Alright, so we will be zooming out from this location. So let's make a keyframe here. Just click on this icon. So we want to zoom in to end at around 6 seconds. So let's go 6 seconds, and now just zoom out like this. Now hold your middle mouse button and then rotate it a bit. Just a bit, not much, like this much, okay? And now click on this icon again. So this is going to finalize the changes. So let's see what the animation looks like. Alright, not half bad. This is how the animation looks right now. But as you can see, it's not really that smooth. So just make it smoother, like to make it faster for the first few seconds and then slower for the last few seconds. What we can do is go and select all the keyframes, right click and ease in, then right click and show speed graph, then go to all of the graphs and edit them and play around with the keyframe, make it smooth. Okay, so this is totally up to you how you want the animations to look like. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with it. The one thing I can do is go to 6 seconds altitude, and I can actually zoom out a bit more, something like that. Alright, so now we want to zoom in, right, and we want to zoom into Gaza, right, like that. So just go to like around 14 seconds, then zoom in, right? Alright, so now just click this icon, so we will have something that looks like this. Alright, so the keyframe is set to be in such a way that it will basically zoom in to the Gaza. So now we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. Click all the keyframes, right click on them, select all the keyframes, right click, ease out this time. Okay, we want ease out this time. It's up to you what you want. Now click show speed graph and edit the speed graphs. Alright, so after editing the keyframes a little bit, this is what it looks right now. You know what, I think the keyframes look absolutely spot on, perfect. So zoom out, slows down a bit, starts to gain the momentum, and there we go, nice. Alright, so we are all set to render. Let's do the render part, the last thing that we will do in Google Earth, and then we will move to After Effects. Alright, now go to render, but before rendering, you have to do one more thing. Go to View, Map Style, and Clean. Okay, now go render, video, and name it whatever you want. I will name it Map Animation New Without Labels. Okay, name it without labels because it's really important. Now click Submit, and after that go to File, Export 3D Tracking Data, then from the coordinate space click Local and then Flow. So last thing that we have to do before we get out of Google Earth, and that is enable the labels again and go to the renders again and name it Map Animation New with Labels. Okay, now submit that as well. Okay, we have two animations. Okay, this animation without labels has been rendered, so I can download it. And this animation with labels is in the queue right now. So download all those files. Let's meet you in After Effects. Alright, so now that all of our work in Google Earth has been done, come to After Effects, then Scripts, run script file, and then install the script file that we just installed. After you do that, a pop-up will come saying cannot find Earth Studio footage files, locate footage before proceeding. Click yes and then select the file that we just downloaded. There's two files, Map Recreation 2 with labels and without labels. So for now we're just going to import the without labels one, and after that import the with labels one. Okay, alright, so now you can delete this text layer on the top, don't need to worry about that. And now what we did basically is that we have tracked the camera. Okay, so let's say you have a 3D layer like this text layer, right? So you have a 3D layer. So now as the map camera zooms out, it's completely tracked to the map. So as the camera zooms out, the text layer will also zoom out, and it's completely tracked to the map, right? So we can create any 3D layer that we want, and they will be tracked to the camera, to the map. So what we are going to do now is we're going to create outlines, right? We're going to create outlines of the borders. So to create outlines, just import the footage which has labels on it. So this one, my bad, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. The labels have popped up. Now go to the pen tool, create a dot. After that, make the dot 3D, and then you can see that a null object is here called track point. So what you want to do is go to transform, then copy everything from the null point. Okay, after you've copied everything, go to the shape layer and press Ctrl V, so that should paste everything. Alright, so now we can just outline the map. Let me show you. As you can see, a dot is here. Move it to the border, let's say here. Okay, before that we have to do another thing. Go to the scale of the shaper and make it like 1500, 2000 ish. Alright, so after that, just import, drag the point here to the outline. That will be fine. And then just do this, right? So make the outlines throughout the border, and also disable the fill. We don't need fill. Okay, I think now it looks fine. So I'm going to just change the border pixels from 25 to 45. Alright, so that's fine. Now I'm going to go to the deep glow effect. So you can use a normal glow as well. And let's see how it looks. Alright, so now we will do the outline for Gatsa. So to do that, just duplicate this shape there. Then go to the contents shape and delete this. Alright, okay. So now just outline Gatsa like this. Okay. Alright, so this is how it looks. And I'm going to change the stroke to 25 as well for here. Alright, that looks absolutely gorgeous. So now that every asset is ready, what we're going to do first is enable only these two layers, and then also this layer, and then around like 3 seconds is when I want to go to trim paths and then make a keyframe on end. After that, go around like 6 seconds, make another keyframe, and go to the first keyframe, make it 0, and then easy is F9. Okay, so then just smoothen the keyframe a bit, so we will have something that looks like this. Alright, so now that we have something that looks like this. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to create a black solid. And then go to the track point, copy everything, make the black solid 3D, and paste everything. Then scale the black solid up. Alright, so now if we create a mask on this black solid, you can see that this mask is perfectly tracked. So now what we can do actually is delete the mask first, then go 6 seconds, and then we can actually track this around. So alright, so we have the mask. Now go to the mask and inverter. Alright, so there are a few parts where we want to change things, like here, then here. There's a little bit of inconsistency. Just fix those tiny errors. Alright, so it's almost fixed and almost tracked. So the next thing we want to do is go to the feathers and make around 25 pixels. So 15 pixels. Alright, 15 pixels is good. So then we want to go to opacity, go to the third second opacity, and go to the 415 or 420 at second, and then opacity keyframe again. Go to the first keyframe, make it 0. For the second keyframe, make it like, let's see, 35 is okay, 45 is also alright. So I think we can increase the brightness a bit like that and make it easy ease. So this is how it looks right now. So around 8 seconds is when we start to highlight the glasses strip as well. So let me just go to the trim pads, copy the trim pads. There we go. Alright, so after everything, the outlines, this is how it looks. Alright, so now that we have done the hardest part, which is the outlining, the mapping and everything, let's do the easier parts. So the map animation and the woman animation, sorry, men counter animation. Let's do the counter animation first. To do that, you will need this picture, so I will link it down below, and it's not an hard picture to find. So just pre-comp it and move everything like this, then come here, go fill, and from the fill just make it white, okay. And also for the make a mask and do something like this, okay. So we don't want the full body like this, something okay, that should look fine. So next thing we want to do is go deep. Well, it's a plugin. You can obviously use your normal glow as well, doesn't really matter what glow you use. Deep glow is just better glow. So let's see how it looks. So 1 2 3 5. Alright, so now rotate it a bit, I think. Yeah, I think that looks fine. So what we're going to do now is drag everything from the anchor point and things, no object, paste it over here. My bad, make it 3D, then paste it over here. So the picture is here. So let's drag it right here. Then scale it up. Alright. Scale it up, scale it up, scale it up. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Now rotate it a bit, Z rotation, like this, and So the reason it's being black is because of this, right? So the black solid, it's interfering with the woman picture. So what we can do is, to fix this, you can just go to the rotation, Y rotation, make it 1 degrees. There we go. Alright, so before moving on, just click Control Alt Y, then vignette, so it's looking. Alright, so let me just use this vignette. So PC vignette, and after that, just increase the amount. Alright, so now from the woman composition, you want to go to the text and then make a text layer. Alright, so type anything, doesn't really matter what you type, and make everything white. Alright, so after that, go to the effects and drag this effect called slider control, and after that, go to the text and then alt click on the source text, and then type math.round brackets, click this and slider. So I know this might look really complicated, but what we basically did is that if we move the scale, there we go, this is also moving. So slider goes up, this goes up. So now we have to scale it up, obviously, and make it match. Alright, so the next thing is go to the parallel and make it align to the left. Alright, so after that, I'm going to go around 825 and then until like 12 seconds, slider, and make it 90,000. Alright, so now you can see that there's an animation going on. It's counter effect. So we can actually go to the graph, right click, then go easy is, and then smoothen it out a bit. So now it looks like this. Okay, so then what we're going to do is go into the text again, source text, and then make a plus, and then two, what do you call it? I think apostrophe. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, then just go plus. So what we're going to do is 90,000 plus. So we have an effect right there. And the next thing we want to do is go to the keyframe restart, so 825, and then separate the text layers. So we have something that looks like this, and there's nothing before it, so it just pops up. It pops up with the 0 views. Alright. And then when it ends, like around, uh, it ends at, the keyframe ends at 12 seconds, so we're going to go 11, 15, make another text layer, and write have been, and do something like Montserrat extra light. Alright, make everything small-minded like this. After that, go here and do this. Alright, so the next thing is make another text layer and write killed, and now use a font like GoBold, and alright, so we got something that looks like this. So around 11:15, and is when we're going to go to the have been, animate, then opacity, and from opacity click 0, just drag it to 0, then range selector, end, sorry, offset, and make a keyframe. After that, go square and ramp up. Okay, so you know what? Maybe go to the 10/25th second and go to 11/25th second and make another keyframe. I'll make this keyframe 100% and the first keyframe minus 100% and make the based on words and make ease high 25. So we have just created an animation easy is with F9 and we're going to have something that looks like this. So have been and then around 11/28 second I'm going to create another animation. Alright, and now for this one click position and properly opacity. So we can do this and opacity down, and as you can see if we move out you have something else like this. It's fine. Just go make it towards. Now make an offset keyframe, go 1 second forward, make another keyframe and make this 100%. And easy again. And now something that looks like, so this keyframe looks a little bit slow, so let me fix that a bit. Alright, so let's see how it looks. Counter animation have been killed. Okay, nice. So if we see it in the map, there we go. Now the last thing that I want to do is make this shape layer, the Israel illegal state of Israel border, blue, and make the Gaza one uh, red. So red or green? I think green might look fine. Something that looks like this. Let's see. Alright, so one more thing that we want to do, the last and final thing, is go to 8 second, right? Make an opacity keyframe, go 9 second, make another opacity keyframe, and make the previous one 0. So now I'm going to just playback render it. Alright, so before that, if you watched the video till now, that means you have liked the video. So just be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have literally 0 subs right now, and also go to my Twitter, which is linked down below, to see some more banger edits just like this. So let's see how it looks right now. Alright, that looks awesome. Alright, so let's do the finishing touches, pre-comp everything. Okay. Okay, so we have the adjustment layer. Now create another adjustment layer and go to the effects and take Gaussian blur and drag it to the adjustment layer and make the blurriness 15%. 15. I think that's gonna look fine. 10 looks fine. Now create a mask, a spherical mask like this, and go subtract, and now just play around with the mask a little bit more. This is how it looks with blur. This is how it looks without blur. As you can see, there's a bit of depth, I think. But I think the blur is a little bit too much inwards, so maybe spiral it out a little bit. Alright, that looks fine. And the next thing I want to do is maybe go to geometric color, increase the temperature a bit, like 15, 25, Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let me render it and show it to you guys. Before I go, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow my Twitter account.